Isn't it? Dorota's Vic, well back off course. Dave Clark reporting there with a couple of the firms. He's certainly a ground with a lot of class.
He's got lots of class. He's got plenty of pace if he can get to the front. I mean, always tough to beat the locals here, isn't it? You know, Candlelight Fire will be certainly cheered to the rafters if he breaks, as well as we know Candlelight Fire can for the Elaine Parker can. But fair play, of course. Charlie Lister's greyhound, lots of speed and well drawn to boot.
Yeah, Dorota's Vic, a fascinating contestant in this race, along with Candlelight Fire and Danzey Exception. It should be a thrilling race. It will be called by Errol Blythe.
Yes, the last one goes in. This is the Betfred celebrating 50 years of success. Standard, £500 to the winner. And the hare is set in motion. Favourite in 3 for Elaine Parker, Candlelight Fire. And away they go. Not a great start, Candlelight Fire takes a knock as well. So going on, it's Tinwald Dinny, who's now being joined by Candlelight Fire, who's rushed up. Two's handy as well, Danzey Exception. Danzey Exception gets inside Candlelight Fire and quickens on. So Danzey Exception is away. 6 Dorota's Vic improves up into second place ahead of Candlelight Fire, who's buffeting around yet again. But it's Danzey Exception for Pat Curtin with a 2.5 length lead here from Dorota's Vic in second. Danzey Exception wins. Dorota's Vic was second. And over the line in third was Hovex Blaze. So Danzey Exception makes it win number 12 from 39. The greyhound that we saw, of course, strut his stuff at Toaster during the Derby. And here now with Pat Curtin. First one for the kennel. And has run really, really well. Bit of a melee down there at the drop as they all rushed into the pick-up point here. There we are, there's the winner, Danzey Exception. An exceptional run on his first start for the kennel. Let's look back at the action again. Candlelight Fire got the start wrong. Favourite mistimed it, 4 away well, Tinwald Dinny, but Candlelight Fire rushed up. You can see 2, Danzey Exception, muscled his way round. And once he was out in front, he took no prisoners. He was away and gone. 6 Dorota's Vic improved into second place at that third turn, but a mountain to climb to try and reel in Danzey Exception here at Sheffield this evening. So a great run for Danzey Exception, beating Dorota's Vic, and Hovex Blaze doing his best work in the end. It's the super slow. As we watch them run up towards the first bend, you can see that Candlelight Fire, after not a great start, bumped into Malaco Champ, who was heading inwards straight away from 5. Sean Moore's greyhound. And then when they get to the bend, Candlelight Fire done really well to lead. However, he's left an inkling of room for Danzey Exception to squeeze his way through. And Danzey Exception, once out in front, well, we knew what he could do at Toaster during the Derby. He wasn't going to be for catching, was he? Against the rail, saving ground, Danzey Exception. Running well here at Sheffield. Dorota's Vic went off in chase. Not quite sure what happened at the start for Dorota's Vic, but when we see him again, he's running on for second, but not making that much ground upon Danzey Exception. So a great win for Danzey Exception. That's now 12 from 39. And 1 from 1 for Pat Curtin, lads.
Yeah, we saw a Pat Curtin cheering him home, and fantastic stuff. Danzey Exception at 3-1. A greyhound who, of course, was knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Greyhound Derby behind Droopy's Acrobat and Murray's Act. He wins, though, tonight, and he beats Dorota's Vic and Hovex Blaze back in third place. But it was a great performance, superb all-round speed. Didn't happen for Candlelight Fire. He had to dominate. He just couldn't shake off Danzey Exception. He got first run at the pace setter, Tinwald Dinny, in the early part of the race. But just here, 3 just leaves the door open, doesn't he, for Danzey Exception. A greyhound of that quality took full advantage. Dorota's Vic lost at the boxes very slowly away.
Really game, what a will to win.